Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore 64 and we're looking at a game called 1942. It's a vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. We already reviewed this game on the ZX Spectrum, so we'll see how this one plays. This is by Elite in 1986 and converted from the arcade cabinet from Capcom in 1984. It's set in World War II and you control this biplane who must go over a number of stages then beat the enemy at the end. It's USA versus Japan, I think, but we'll just call it the enemy because it's a bit more PC. So off we go. Graphics of this game is good, sound is brilliant. I'm liking the presentation so far. You can do a barrel roll by pressing the space bar, and I think you're immune for a certain space of time that you do that. See the barrel rolls in the top there? We've got two potentially left. Enemies seem to be firing at me quite quickly. I'll see. Oh dear, so the enemy come up behind there. Didn't give me too much of a chance. It's about learning where they appear from. So I'll see. It's my first ever go on this. That's not good. So it's my first ever go on this. I'll just see if I can get off level 1. That's the whole aim of the thing. But I am liking the colours on this, and the sounds are, well, superb. I did have a couple of sequels, this one as well, 1943, I think the other one was 1944, or was it 1945? Anyway, it was in the future, and I'm dead already, so that was fairly brief. I'll have a few goes of this, but this won't be a walkthrough. It's all about seeing if you purchased it as a kid, or bought it as a kid, would you have gone back and played it again, or would you have ended it due to frustration? I'm never the greatest at these vertical scrolling shoot 'em ups because I do find them pretty tricky, but if you persevered you can get more out of it. I think it's one of those ones where I would have played it when a friend come round, but I wouldn't have played it too much on my own, and if I did it wouldn't have been for very long, so like 5 or 6 minutes, as that big craft destroys me. Limited amount of barrel rolls we can do, represented by those R's in the top almost centre, next to our lives there. Right, let's try and avoid everything being shot at me. You can get power-ups in this one as well to give you increased firepower. I think it might improve your strength too. If you've completed this, then let me know. This isn't going to be a walkthrough, so I won't be getting to the end. That's a big surprise there, but as I say, these are always played just for fun to see what the game feels like. Never played this on the arcades. If you have done, let me know, either for real or in a MAME. Right, let's see if I can get off level 1. This is my last life, I think. That was good. Right, here we go. Can't have too much longer to go. Let's avoid these boys. Not sure if it's best just to avoid all combat. Maybe stick down one side like I did on Who Dares Wins 2 on the Spectrum. And I think I made it to the end. There we go. So 56% in my shooting skills. At least we got a level 1. So a big hooray! 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 Excellent. Yeah, it's not a bad game, this one. Playability could be a bit easier, a bit better, but compared to all the other ones, I'm not finding it too bad. As I say, wouldn't be in my top 10 Commodore 64 games of all time, but it isn't hideous. Moves quite well, collision detection is good. It's just very, very tricky, as I just proved once again. Yeah, I do want another few goes on this one, I think. Give it a good attempt. I think my goes on this are going to be quite brief. Don't have any cheats for this one, so we're back. It's 1942 and it's World War II. It's good to be, easy to be, I should say, romantic about this, but I bet it was absolutely horrific living through that time, knowing you could get bombed or loved ones were at war. But we're just gone arcade style. This isn't an accurate historic recreation, we're just having a bit of fun. It's a shooter using World War II as a sort of like skin of it, really. Could easily be Aliens or something else, but it's World War II. And this is a nice little plane. Everyone must die. They're not humans, they're aliens, 8-bit aliens, pretending to be the enemy. Right, I think there's about 14 stages on this, maybe a few more. As I say, if you have completed it, let me know what happens at the end. Do you get a game over sequence, or does it just repeat back to level 1 again? At least I did complete stage 1, so that was something. Not sure I'm going to complete stage 2, not without a couple of days practice, but I haven't got time to get good at everything. You know, we've got increased firepower there and I've died. Yeah, so if I sometimes I get a complaint in the comment section, you haven't done this, you haven't done that, but if I had to get good at each game, it would probably just review one game every 2 weeks or even one a month, something like that. But that's not what the channel's about. As I say, it's about playing the game, seeing what it looks like, what the graphics and the sound are like, and what's the addictiveness of this. Would you have gone back and played it again? Excellent. As a kid, you wouldn't always read all the instructions, you would just jump in. If you got stuck a bit, you might refer back to the instructions. Some kids did, but I was of the like that just jumped in. And I think that's why I tend to like shooters and racing games the best. Not overly big on strategy, although there is some great ones out there. Power Monger on the Commodore Amiga, just to name but one. The good thing about these shooters is they are pick up and play. There's no save points there, so you know you won't lose your life to it. It's all about having a bit of fun and relaxing, which is why retro gaming is so popular and I think the best, despite inferior graphics to modern day gaming. But the playability's there, the fun's there, and it doesn't take over your life. Brilliant, you are still in control. We've all had those games that have got us in the grip of something, and we've been up to maybe all night playing it and haven't got certain bits of work done. You won't get that with 1942. Or did you? Let me know if you did. Right. As I say, I do like the music and sound effects playing at the same time. The SID chip is doing a lot here, and we've done stage 1 again, as I was talking away. Now, how far can we get in stage 2? All the way? Maybe. Perhaps. So we're at sea. Is stage 2 going to be at sea as well, over the ocean? Not long. Yes, here we go. No barrel rolls left. Down to my last life. This could be quite brief, so don't blink. Right, I can avoid those boys. They're just crossing over into each other. Stick down the side. This seems like a good tactic. Oh, it was. Oh no, the bullets do come at you very, very quickly. Coding and graphics by Stephen Green. Could have slowed it down a little bit more, the enemy shots at you, and then it would have been a classic in my book. Yeah, a little bit slower would have been good, but you know, I can't knock what is there. It's a bit of coding genius. Not the greatest playable game of all time, but a little bit of fun, and very competitive at the time for what else was about. Using all the screen there that it can do. Don't go too far up or else you lose your visibility of what's coming up. But best to stick roughly in the middle, because stuff like that will attack you from behind in a sort of like kamikaze sort of manner, which isn't overly friendly. World War II. I never took part in World War II. I didn't qualify, having been born way too late. Hopefully I don't have to compete in World War III. That holds off till I'm long gone or doesn't happen at all. World War III might be against aliens, or it might be ourselves messing about. We haven't got the best leaders at the moment, have we? All egotistical and all a little bit militant. Yes. Yeah. Egos and a bit militant doesn't work well. Maybe they'll back down at the last moment and it's all bravado, bit like poker, hide in your hand, and that's why these people got to the top in the first place. I have to keep my fingers crossed that they all seem really a lot cleverer than they actually seem. Shooting their mouth off on Twitter, Donald Trump. Boom. Right, off we go again. We're battling away. We've got our barrel rolls back. Take out these small craft that are not firing us at the moment, but huge craft will come at us like that, and we don't want to get anywhere near them. If we blow those up, we get mega points. I don't know how many people are flying that craft. Maybe about 2 or 3 people, like the cloud cars from Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, I got a Star Wars reference in there, well done. If this game had a Star Wars skin on it, I'd probably like it a bit more, because I'm a Star Wars nut. There we go, good, I blew up that ship with my extra power. Now hold on to these power-ups as long as you can, because if you die, you will lose them, and I've died and I've lost them. What was I just saying? I didn't heed my own advice, and we're back to just this double shot again. Boo hiss. What am I learning? Well, I'm a pretty slow learner when it comes to these games, but am I slowly getting better? Maybe. As slow as continental drift, I think. Power up. Right, got the triple firepower back. That helps with the big planes. Oh no! And it collided into me on purpose. Last, 24 stage. Probably means there's 24 stages to go, doesn't it? So, I'm struggling to get off stage 2 with my feeble gameplay. With your better gameplay, you might go back into this after this review and get a lot further than me. But the advantage you've got, which I always use as an excuse, is you don't have to talk over the top and tell everyone what you're doing. Great. All about reliving the memories and creating new ones. But there's absolutely thousands and thousands of games. This is probably the best era at the moment because we can play all the old games and we've got all the new games as well. And virtual reality is going to gradually get better and better and better. Can't wait for that. I do prefer the retro gaming, as I say, because it's more of a simple time. But I wouldn't get rid of the modern day gaming at all. Wowzers. Now, these are more coordinated than the Red Arrows, these boys. I couldn't do what they're doing. Now, that would be a different game, wouldn't it? If you play the actual enemy, 1942, and we're done for again. I think we'll leave that one there. Or shall we just squeeze in another goal? Let's just squeeze in another goal. So it does have a little bit of addictiveness to it. You just want to go again. We'll go a bit cavalier this time. We'll take no prisoners. Look at that, nice bit of weaving. Don't have to worry about the fuel. You can last forever. As long as you don't get shot or collide into a ship. Now, I think it's a bit rough that you die when the collision happens, but the enemy doesn't. That is a little bit rough. I would have liked a smart bomb as well, but in World War II I doubt they had the technology for smart bombs like you would have on some sort of like futuristic space adventure type thing. Right, die everyone in the game. It's in the game. No, that's something else. That's EA. EA had nothing to do with this one. This one is Elite, the arcade cabinet by good old Capcom. There's a few Elite conversions from the Capcom machines, most notably Commando. I love that one. Right. Oh, I'm dead again. Okay, so we definitely will leave it there this time. That was 1942 on the Commodore 64, published by Elite in 1986. An okay game, graphics good, sound brilliant, playability could be ever so slightly better, but I think it's one of the better ones, really. I didn't mind it. If you've got any comments about this game or similar games, then please put those below, or indeed anything retro. A massive thanks to everyone that's subscribed to the channel so far, helping the numbers gradually build, which does help with the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.